Welcome to Margot Dreams of Baking. Today I'm going to show you how to make an easy and delicious chai spice banana upside down cake. Stick around. My first step for my banana cake is that I'm going to prepare my cake batter. So in my bowl I have 1.5 cups or 210 grams of all-purpose flour. And to that, I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and I have 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And we'll just whisk that all together. Now to this bowl, I'm going to add 1/2 cup or 120 milliliters of oil, 1 egg plus 1 egg yolk. That helps to make, the extra egg yolk helps to make the cake really nice and tender. I have a cup of sugar or 200 grams. And I'll add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And just whisk it all together. Next, I just add my dry ingredients to my wet and stir them to combine. And I want to mix them so that they're combined, but I don't want to overmix. Oh my goodness, I realized I forgot to add the buttermilk. That's okay. This is a forgiving cake batter. I'll add it in now. Alright, now I'll set that aside and have that ready while I prepare my caramel and bananas. For the caramel portion of this banana cake, melt 55 grams or 1/4 cup of unsalted butter in a 10-inch cast iron skillet. Add in 67 grams or 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar and a spice mixture of 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cardamom, 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, a pinch of allspice, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix them around until they're well combined. Once your caramel is mixed together, turn off your stove and sprinkle 1/4 cup of chopped walnuts around the surface of the pan. Then top with sliced bananas. This will take about 2 to 3 bananas depending on the size that you have. You want to spread them nice and evenly over the top so that it covers the surface of the pan. Once you have all the bananas placed around the pan, pour the batter over top of the bananas. Then you'll bake this in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven for 35 to 40 minutes, rotating the pan halfway through until a cake tester comes out with just a crumb or 2. cake is baked, let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, then run a knife around the edge before inverting it onto a plate. My banana upside down cake is now baked. I baked it until a skewer inserted in the center came out clean. And then I let it sit for 10 minutes. And now it's time to flip it out onto the plate. This part's always a little scary, so wish me luck. I'll just flip my plate upside down over the pan. And the pan is still pretty hot, so I need to use oven mitts for this. There we go. There's a couple bananas left in the pan. I'm going to just grab a spoon and scrape those out and put them on top. It's lovely. And I just stick them back in to the little holes. It's lovely and golden brown all the way around. You might think it looks quite dark, but that's the way it's supposed to be. The caramel caramelizes and does its job building flavor. And it gets these nice crispy edges from the cast iron skillet, but it's so nice and tender inside. So to finish it off, I'm just going to sprinkle some chopped pistachio nuts over top. I think the green gives a really nice contrast to the dark cake. It makes it look really pretty. And there you go, a beautiful chai spice banana upside down cake that is super easy to make, doesn't take long at all, and it's delicious. I'm going to let this cool a little bit more before I do a little bit of a taste. So my cake has cooled down a bit and I've cut myself a little slice, and now it's time to taste. It's super tender inside. You can see how moist it is. This is very delicious. The bananas mixed with the caramel and the chai spices, they all go really well together. The spices are there, but it's not overpowering. And the walnuts and the pistachios give a nice crunch. And on the back, you get these lovely crispy bits from where it was touching the pan. This is a very easy, delicious cake to make. Doesn't take much time at all. I hope you try it.